Are you a small business owner who has a reselling business and you wonder how to better keep track of your inventory? Look no further. Here we have the basic reseller spreadsheet that allows you to very easily keep a track of all your inventory, sales, your daily sales, gives you a monthly overview and an annual overview. Stick around and I'll show you how you can easily use this spreadsheet template. After your purchase, you'll receive a link to download a PDF file. The PDF file consists of one page. It's going to look like this. And in this page, there is a link over here that allows you to access your Google Sheet template. You need to be logged in to your Gmail account before clicking on the link so that you can easily make a copy of it and save it to your Google Drive. Go ahead and click on Access your Google Sheet template here. It will ask you, would you like to make a copy? So just go ahead and click Make a Copy. When you open the spreadsheet template, you will see that you have 6 tabs. You have a README tab, an inventory tab, a sales tab, a daily sales tab, a monthly overview tab, and an annual overview tab. Now, within the README tab are the instructions, which are also contained in this video. Here is where you change your currency. If you change the currency here, it's going to update in the entire spreadsheet. I'll quickly scroll through the instructions so you see what's contained. Notice how the areas where you can enter your information are marked with green and the areas where you should not enter information are marked with red. I've also included these little signs reminding you where you can and where you should not enter information. The areas where you should not enter information also have formulas in and they'll be updated automatically. When you open the spreadsheet, notice the inventory tab is going to be empty like this. The sales tab is also going to be empty. The daily sales will automatically get populated after you enter information in the inventory and in the sales tabs. The monthly overview will also get updated once you begin to enter information, and the annual overview will also get updated. I'm going to show you what the spreadsheet looks like when it's been filled in, and I'm going to show you how to fill it in. So again, the first thing you may want to do is to update the currency, unless you're already in a country that uses the dollar sign. And now, let's say, the first thing you're going to want to do is to enter information in the inventory tab. So for example, the listed date, this is the date that you first listed your item online. Here, you type in a brief description of the item that you've listed. How many units did you list? If the item is just one, put 1. The column titled bin is where in your house are you storing the item. So for example, you may have a shelf with bins which are going to be labeled sitting somewhere in your house. You may have bin 1, 2, 3, B1, B2, B3, C1, 2, 3, D, and so on. And this will allow you to quickly find the item that you have listed and be able to locate it somewhere in your house. The cost over here is how much you paid in order to acquire the item. Here you may add any other information. So for example, you may add any sizing or you may add any special information about the item itself, the type of fabric, and here you can take a note if the item is cross-posted or not. So for example, if you have listed the item on eBay, but the item may also be listed on another platform like Kijiji or Etsy, for example. This here is a quick overview showing how many items, what is your total inventory of items. So notice how here it says 5, so this will be 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. The total cost of your inventory, or how much money you have spent acquiring this inventory. And this is an automatic calculation of the average cost of your inventory. So that will be the total cost of your inventory divided by the number of items that you have. Now what's going to happen next is the way you log in the sales tab. What you're going to do is, for example, let's say that this item that you have already listed has sold. Now what you're going to do is you're going to highlight the items just like this. You're going to right click and say copy. And then you're going to come over here to sales. And you're going to come over here at the first cell under the listed date, you're going to right click and you're going to say paste. Now, because this item has already been sold, you need to also remove it from your inventory. You can simply highlight the whole row, right click, and say delete row. Now let's go back to the sales. So now that you have moved your item from the inventory tab into the sales tab, let's add in the remaining information into the sales tab. So here you're going to put the date that you sold the item. So for example, it was listed on 29th of August 2024. Let's say you sold it on 1st of October. Here it shows you how many days you had the item before it sold. And notice how it has the little red icon with the crossed out finger. It tells you that you should not enter information here. Areas that are marked in green, you can enter information here. This is if you have a return, this is how you can log that in. You can put the date refunded over here. And after you receive the item, you can put it back in the inventory. Now let's go ahead and say that, for example, this item, the sale price was $9.99. The shipping that you collected was $12.99. Your actual shipping cost was $8.99. Let's say that you have a $1.99 for platform fees. If you have any promoted fees, you can add them here. Let's say we didn't pay anything to have our listing promoted. And any transaction fee, you can also enter it here. This allows you to keep a track of how much money you're spending on transaction fees. Notice how here where you have total fees, it gets automatically calculated. Total costs also gets automatically calculated. And your profit or loss also gets automatically calculated here for you. And that's how you would add inventory to your inventory. You're going to move the item from inventory to sales after you have sold the item. Now let's go on to the daily sales tab and notice how our sale was done in October. So if we go to daily sales, we can come over here and we can see that our sale is showing over here. So the daily sales tab shows you how many sales you have for every day of the year, and it shows you for all the 12 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So you can see for each day of the year how many sales you made and what is your refunds, shipping cost, your average day to sell, and how many units you've sold. And here under the monthly overview, you see for all the months of the year from January to December, your total sales. So this is an overview of every month. Your total sales for the month, your total sales per day, your units sold, your average sales price, your total profit, profit per unit, your profit margin, return on investment, total refunds, total shipping cost, average shipping cost, cost of goods sold, average cost of goods sold, average days to sell, units listed, sell-through rate, and inventory at start of the month. And the annual overview shows you your averages and your totals. Now, this information allows you to better understand how your business is doing and the health of your business. So average sales per month, average sales per day, average sales price, average profit per month, average profit per day, average profit per unit, average units sold per month, average units sold per day, average days to sell a unit, and the average cost per unit, average shipping, margin for the year, and average return on investment. And here are your totals. I hope you have found this spreadsheet useful, and I hope it can help you better keep track of your inventory and of your sales. Let me know in the comments below if you have any thoughts, suggestions, or recommendation. Thank you so much and have a great day.